Hey, chiropractors, welcome to Modern Chiropractic Mastery with your host, Dr. Kevin Christie, where we discuss the latest in marketing, business, and professional growth with some of the leading experts in the industry. Welcome to a solo episode. Today I'm going to dive into some of the services that I support or have been using from our practice. If I leave any out here, doesn't mean I don't support it or haven't used it, but I had to narrow down at least for this round one of potential round two of episodes. And so we're just going to run through some of them. But one of the things I think I can bring to the table is really bridging that gap for services into a chiropractic practice. A lot of times I use my own practice as a test lab to see if things do work, don't work, or maybe they would work for other types of practices, but not my type of practice. I try to eat my own dog food in a sense, and there's just certain services that I do believe in, and I think it can help you out, or it's at least worth investigating. So if you get anything out of this episode today, it's at least worth investigating into it and see if it would fit into your practice. There's no one size fits all, and I can't say it's everything's going to work for everybody. But these are a few things that I do think you should look into, and I think it's important because today's environment and chiropractic practices it's different. It's different than it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. In a lot of ways, it's better. In a lot of ways, it's not as easy, right? And there was a time where everybody had in-network insurance that paid $100 and the copays were $10. A lot easier. Let's put it this way. I think what's happening is um, a high majority of chiropractors 30 years ago could do well because it was a lot easier with the insurance reimbursement game, right? The very low barrier of entry for patients, very low cost commitment for the patient, very high reimbursement for the doctor. That allowed for a larger swath of chiropractors to do very well. Now I think it's a narrower band of chiropractors that are able to do very well because obviously insurance is tricky in most states. It's not reimbursing well, high copays, in network deductibles, which didn't exist years ago. So the insurance game is hard. Those that think having a cash practice is easier. In a lot of ways, it is easier, but in most ways, your revenue is going to be substantially less than a lot of the insurance practices. It's not as easy. I think one of the mistakes a lot of chiropractors fail to realize when they go cash, and look, we're a cash practice, um, is you have to really position yourself as an expert in a community to get a good amount of people to pay cash. And so chiropractors can do that, and we help a lot of chiropractors do that, but it's not as easy as it once was. So it's harder, but there's a lot of things that make it better, right? There's a lot of technologies and services that are making our life easier, and I know they can add up and they can cost money, but they all should and could have an ROI. So if you're spending $250 on something, don't worry about that if you see a pretty great return on investment. Like for instance, if you're spending $300 on a service that is allowing you to do text reactivation campaigns, and you're doing text reactivation campaigns and you're getting people coming in, that's got an ROI. That's not a cost. That's an investment. So we'll start right out of the gates with that. There's a few that are doing that type of stuff, and one is our sponsor, TrackStat. That does a whole lot of great things. I highly recommend you check them out. A lot of chiropractors I know are utilizing their service and getting great results with it and enjoying that. So check out TrackStat. There's obviously Review Wave, which is now just wanted to mention called Aloha. They're in the middle or have finished a rebrand, so they are Aloha now, Aloha. And they do reviews, but they also do two-way texting and text campaigns and a lot of other things, just like TrackStat does. And then there is Trust Driven Care by Josh Satterley, does a lot of those things as well. So check them out. But have some kind of service that's allowing you to do a lot of good patient communication. And those will really make your life a lot easier. The technology is affordable and you will get an ROI out of that. And it's going to separate you from some of the other practices. So that's my first little recommendation on some services. Other sponsors we have is Darcy Sullivan at Propel. Obviously, I recommend them. I've utilized them in my practice for, I think it's been 12 years now. Our clients that use us for marketing, like again, we do marketing for chiropractors now, along with our coaching. And Darcy's company is a part of that. We develop a robust blog for our clients, and she helps out with that. She does a Google Business Profile review for our clients. But then obviously you can contract with her to do all kinds of things, everything from websites to SEO and the like. And so we recommend Darcy. Keenest Medical is one of our sponsors now, and I have their machine. I'm loving their machine. We're getting a great ROI on their machine. I can't say enough good things about Keenest Medical. If you're serious about Shockwave, and you're looking for equal parts great technology, great clinical training, because you do need clinical training on Shockwave, or someone in your practice does. It's not just like a modality that anybody can do. There is a learning curve, and what's cool about it is when you get a clinician that knows what he or she's doing, and the machine has great technology, the results are going to really speak for themselves, and you're going to get a lot of referrals, and we're seeing that in our practice. But Keenest also has great service, and just making sure that your unit is, if there's anything happens, they provide great service to that, and also great marketing and business training on that. So Keenest Medical on the Shockwave, just been a game changer for our practice, and a lot of people in our mastermind group have utilized their Shockwave over the last year to 6 months, and just been a pleasure. Next is, front desk. Front desk is tricky, right? It's gotten expensive. Employees are expensive now. And I think there's three things I'm seeing chiropractors do with a virtual front desk. And what we're doing is during our hours, so we're using a part time virtual front desk through AvidMed. And you can just go to our website, modernchiropracticmarketing.com. Disclosure, I am consulting with them to make sure that the product and service is really good. And so I am helping them out with that. And you can go on our website to check that out, modernchiropracticmarketing.com. There's a tab on virtual front desk. And what we're doing is the hours we're not here during lunches, and then our Tuesday, Friday afternoons, we're not here. Uh, the virtual front desk is answering phones and scheduling patients and answering questions. They can do a whole bunch more, verify insurances, basically like having a front desk person, but virtual, and it's a more affordable, not on your payroll. So you don't have payroll taxes. You don't have to worry about turnover. They'll worry about it, but you actually get assigned one person. It's not like you have some, 20 different random VAs doing it. You get a person. And so that's great. And depending on if you're using part-time or full-time, if you have a full-time one for them, it's yours. It's not like that particular virtual front desk has 10 other clinics they're working for. They're working for your clinic. If it's part-time, you're splitting with another clinic. And so I like that as well. And so we're using it for the hours we're not here. We have some offices that we coach or coach with us that they have a full-time in-house front desk person, a human at the front, doing all the things with patient-facing stuff. And then they have a second front desk, which is the virtual front desk through AvidMed. And then the other thing you could do is, if you're not ready to hire a full human, but you need the phones answered, you need other things done, we have chiropractic practices that would fall into that lone wolf that are now using a virtual front desk. So check that out. That is AvidMed Front Desk. You can go to our website, modernchiropracticmarketing.com. I highly recommend you start to look at that. It's a way of having high function and lower cost. And I think we have to start looking at those things. Let's take a break from today's episode and announce our first sponsor. This is going to be Propel Marketing and Design. I've known Darcy Sullivan for years. We've worked hand in hand on my websites. I don't trust anybody else to do the search engine optimization. She does a great job. There's so much to it. A lot of the lingo and the words are beyond my comprehension, but it's just amazing work that she does. And if you're really going to get results with Google, you have to make sure your website is SEO optimized. And I really don't want you doing it yourself as a chiropractor. So you just have to have this type of stuff done. And if you're looking to get more organic online traffic that pulls in new patients, Propel Marketing and Design is currently offering chiropractors who listen to this podcast a free SEO website review. The free review will help you uncover methods that will improve your website and boost your search engine visibility. Head over to propelyourcompany.com/chiropractor and schedule your free SEO website review. You won't regret it. She gets great results. Your website needs this. Your search results need this. Head on over there to propelyourcompany.com/chiropractor to get your free SEO website review. Next is Dr. Sean Thistle. Love his work. My clinic, I think for over 3 years now, is subscribed to his work. If you really want to keep up with the evidence and the research, he's been on a guest on our podcast. We also collaborate with Sean. He develops a really good slide deck for our marketing, the marketing we do for our chiropractors, and he designs that for us. And that's been really well received by our chiropractic clients that we're doing marketing for. But if you just want to keep up with the research and you get emails in your inbox, you go to his site. He's got amazing information. So just Google Dr. Sean Thistle, Thistle, and Sean is spelled Shawn, and you can go and look at that. But just I think a lot of evidence-based chiropractors always are concerned about keeping up with the latest, and Sean will help you do that. Okay. Next is MPI. Get the clinical from MPI, the hands-on stuff. As I record this, I'm actually in a couple of days leaving for the Adjustathon. I'm sending our associate, Dr. Gage. He'll be at Adjustathon as well, but then I'm sending him to the GATE seminar, which we're excited about. And so check out MPI. I think as a chiropractor, as a licensed DC, all too often you're looking to do CE courses on all kinds of things, but you might go 10 years. It's been 10 years since you graduated, and you haven't been to a hands-on palpation and adjusting seminar since you graduated high school, which is ironic. And so check out MPI for some of their courses. They're doing a lot more for DCs. And obviously, I can't recommend MPI enough. Let's take a short break for one of our great sponsors, TrackStat. It is a new type of software plugin for your EHR that combines patient communication, marketing, automation, and statistics with patient and employee tracking. Built by chiropractors for chiropractors, it shows your team what to focus on each day. See patient visit habits, missing information, unpaid bills, insurance collection visit average, and more. Great visibility of data so you can focus on filling your office with your best patients. When you can see what your staff and patients are doing or not doing and take action accordingly, your profits naturally grow. Take TrackStat for a test drive in your office with our free trial. Not a techie? No problem. We can help. To get started on your free trial, visit trackstat.org and watch the demo. That is trackstat.org. FTCA, keep up with them. They got a really affordable membership uh, that will keep you in the loop on everything chiropractic related. So, still a big enjoyment of myself of being affiliated with FTCA as much as I can be. Bobby and I are business partners in the Chiropractic Success Academy. He owns and operates FTCA. I obviously have MCM, so there's been a cool little triangle there for a while now. Bobby and I have been business partners since 2018, July of 2018, and so business partnerships can work out. Let's take a short break from today's episode to tell you about the best decision I've made in my clinic in the last 10 years, and that has been adding shockwave therapy to our clinic. The outcomes have been really impressive. Certain conditions we were struggling with in the past, we're now seeing results with the shockwave therapy for that. And second of all, the ROI has been really good. When you make a big investment in something, you want to see a return, and we're seeing that return in clinical outcomes and in our investment, and that's been really nice to see. I chose Keenest Medical for 4 reasons. One is the technology is top notch. You have to have great technology. There's a lot out there that isn't quite up to snuff. The second thing is they have a really good clinical training. They have an exclusive partnership with Academy of Shockwave Excellence so that you can become clinically proficient in shockwave. You do need to get skilled at it. I think that's a big differentiator between practices that are getting great results and seeing the ROI is they have a great clinical aspect to that as well. So you want to get trained appropriately. Third is they have in-house service team for all of your technical support, which is key when you're investing in a machine like this. And then lastly, they have a very in-depth marketing and business support for you so that you can launch this into your practice effectively, that you can get that ROI on it, that you can get the clinical outcomes. And they also have really good financing options if you need that. So go to kinasmedical.com, KINAS medical.com, mention MCM podcast and receive a free Shockwave in practice book with a purchase of a unit. So that's kinasmedical.com, KINAS medical.com, and mention MCM podcast. And then lastly, and definitely not least, is VisionSpark. Uh, we're in the process, so I'll let you know when it's done. But we brought VisionSpark in. I know them from uh, my involvement with Strategic Coach. They're involved with Strategic Coach. They specialize in hiring, and we are working with them to develop a really good tips assessment. And it's pretty substantial profile they take. It's a 60-minute assessment one would take. But we're developing one for a chiropractic associate to try to help make it easier for chiropractors to hire associates. And so we're in the process of that. I'll keep you up to date on how that goes. But if you're looking to hire an office manager, reach out to them. Just go to visionspark.com. We had them come to our mastermind group back in April of 2024. And we did a whole thing about this with our decision makers in our practice, other than ourselves. And it was really cool. Great assessment. So if you're looking to hire a practice manager, office manager, a second in command, something like that, an integrator from the EOS teachings, contact VisionSpark. And I'll obviously make sure I let you know as we go along. Okay. And lastly, I'm going to leave you with this. Really excited. We're in any day now, starting the first week of the 30K per month revenue in your practice. It's an online course. So many chiropractors are struggling to get to that number. I've outlined why that's so important. You can check out why on the landing page here. But it's going to be a course that I want you to take. It's going to benefit you. And if you've ever had a little bit of desire to see what MCM coaching is like, you'll get a little taste of that. And go to bit.ly/MCM30K. That is number 30 and letter K. So MCM30K, bit.ly/MCM30K. Go to our website. You'll find it there, modernchiropracticmarketing.com. It's in the show notes here. If you want to find it, you'll find it. Go to the Facebook group, Modern Chiropractic Marketing. It'll be in there. You can't miss it, but we are excited to get this rolling. We have a great cohort starting this, and it's going to be pretty involved over 8 weeks to make this happen. And you will get so much value for the investment. So check that out at bit.ly/MCM30K. All right. That is our episode today. Those are some of the services that I am utilizing and I recommend you look into if you haven't already. There's definitely some more. If I left your biz out, don't worry. There'll be a part 2 of this in the not too distant future. And just looking to make sure you, as a chiropractic practice owner or future practice owner, are just keeping up to the different businesses that are trying to help you grow and have a great and thriving practice. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And if you want to make the shift from busy, broke, and broken to time-free and cash confident, or you just want to continue with the exponential growth, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com. Look at the MCM Mastery tab, watch the short video on there, and check out what we are doing now for evidence-informed chiropractors. We are equal parts coaching and marketing done for you. Yes, you shoot some videos, we help you with campaign strategies and ideas and really become a thought leader in your community. You shoot those videos, you send them to us, we produce, edit, and brand them to you. Then we distribute them through all of your channels. We also take them and we turn it into one good blog per month. And every other month, we have Darcy Sullivan producing a robust blog with a topic that you pick from her database to help with your SEO. So we essentially become your content marketing agency to make sure your practice is always having ethical, elegant content marketing to help grow your practice. On the coaching side, we also help you with everything from marketing ideas to business, communications, finances, anything practice growth, and really try to help prevent you from being stuck on that island. And we hold you accountable. We have a great group of doctors that are just doing amazing things, and we look forward to help you out to take that next step in your practice. So again, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com and learn more.